Oh yeah, my number one all-time favorite anime, One Piece. Yes, it's right there at number one, right above Elfen Light at number two. And then number three, of course, is My Hero Academia. Four, Attack on Titan. And five is an open slot because there's so many else coming out that I don't want to put nothing there. But One Piece, the latest season or arc was the Egghead arc. Since now they now changed their policy of where we won't have an episode coming out 52 weeks on every Saturday, or 52. It was 52 days or 52 weeks. It came out every Saturday every week through the whole year for 26 years. They've been doing that. Now they changed the policy where there'll be 26 episode every year. Yes, because Oda apparently is not feeling well and he wants to take a break from making so much, which I understand. And plus, he's kind of in the manga is kind of getting towards the end of One Piece. He's actually bringing out a lot of questions to what people wanted for over 20 years of One Piece, and he's bringing everything out. But let's go and explain about this arc of One Piece that they show. Masterpiece, all right? It was beautiful. Like almost half all the episodes of this arc got a 9 point something because it was just that good. I mean, look like the Kuma's backstory, Joey Bonnie's backstory, the scene that like all of Luffy fights him. He's in Gear 5 fighting like Kazuha, my favorite admiral with the life you see on the poster. When the elders came in and then they did the transformation into these creatures, that was awesome. There was just so much in this arc that it was like holy crap. Even when Egghead did his broadcast, I forgot his name, but he did his broadcast to the world about One Piece, or about the world and all the mysteries that he have, that the government don't want people to know. That was awesome too. I'm caught up with the manga, so I'm kind of way ahead from this, because the next arc that starts in April is going to be Elpbah, where they go to the Isles of the Viking, which I can't wait for them to show my homeboy Loki. You're all going to love Loki. That motherfucker's big. But this arc, it was so good. It was tear-jerking eye when it comes to them backstory, because it's probably one of the saddest backstories I've seen of characters for Kuma. If you don't know who Kuma is, you might have, if you've seen One Piece, he was one of the 7 warlords of the seas. He's the one that made Zoro take all his friends' pain on Elpbah Arc. He's the one that the giant dude who holds the Bible. He's technically the one that led Luffy and his crew all these years through all the season, through the whole anime, led them through this whole path of where they are at now. He's the one that kind of guides them in the background. You don't know that, but when you see his backstory, you're like, oh shit, he's the one that guided them through the whole adventure, and he did, and it's so god tier writing. Oda knows how to do foreshadow, and to add his foreshadow to peak writing at the same time, and combine them together and make it perfection. And it was so good. This arc is good. It's not one of my favorite arcs, but it's one of those arcs where people will be like, this is going to be something to remember ahead in the future. People like later in the future, people going to be talking about this arc for a while. Kind of like how people still talk about Marineford, which is my favorite One Piece arc. This one they will talk about probably 20 years later in the future, if One Piece is done. Even though if One Piece is done, they will still talk about this arc and stuff. You know what I mean. Next arc, Elpbah, that's the arc they will talk about too, because the Elpbah arc, when that comes out, everybody's mind's gonna be blown. If you never read the manga and you're an anime watcher, have your mind blown. Be ready to just be like, yeah, I don't know why I'm here, because this knocked me the hell out. Next arc is gonna knock everybody the hell out, because Oda is gonna drop everything. So just be prepared in April. But other than that, One Piece, you already know. I give One Piece every arc and season 10 out of 10. I love it. I know probably people are thinking, oh, you're glazing this too much by dropping it at 10 out of 10. I was like, I love the anime. I've been watching this for years, and I still give it a high rating, no matter if even the arc sucks. I'll still give it a high rating. But so far, the one before was Wano, that before that, Whole Cake Island, Zao, Dressrosa, and then so on beyond. All of them were good, and I enjoyed every single one. The least my favorite one was Fishman Island. I got bored of that one. But other than that, I mean, good anime. One Piece is good anime. It is probably the highest, like, it's right now. It's like the top 10 highest selling book of all time. Like what? Otis, like, was like 6 or 7. It's like right there. Was it above Stephen King and Harry Potter? I believe. I know. Like last year, it went to the list of top 10 selling novels of all time, and it's the first manga to ever make that fucking list, and that is a record breaker right there. And Oda, who's been writing this since 1999. And this anime been going on since 1999 because the episode that stopped was on 1165. Yes, and it's still going to go on. It's still continue on after when the new arc starts, which is basically the beginning of season 2. So season 1 is like 1165 episodes. So if you want to go watch it, be prepared because you've got a long road ahead to get to season 2. It's, it's kind of terrible, but same time, it's still a giant ass accomplishment for the creator. And one day I hope I can do the same thing too with my ideas, which I don't think it will. But you never know once you go out there and do it, and I'm going to go out there and do that. But other than that, 10 out of 10. Love One Piece. Hope you love it. If you've seen it, I did show you my Funko Pops when I was showing you the other video of My Hero Academia and some of their Funko Pops. Mine's over here too. God, this video's getting blurry. What the fuck is going on? Is it light or something? Sorry for that. I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye, everybody. Raw footage.